my name is Sasha. Welcome back to Sash Reads, and today we're doing 7 on Sunday. Now, I know what you're thinking, Sasha, it's a Monday. That's because I'm going to try and be doing the 12 days of Bookmas this year. And that kind of landed on a Monday for me because I'm going to try and do from the 13th to the 24th. Here we go. So today's prompt is 7 favorite characters that you read about in 2021. And I'm really excited for this one. They are in no particular order whatsoever. But the first character I want to talk about is Amari from Amari and the Night Brothers. She's the main character. So she's the little sister of this older brother who kind of like just disappeared. And the police isn't doing anything about it. And she kind of just wants to know what happened to her brother because they were quite close. So Amari is like acting out at school, obviously, because her brother's gone missing. And then on the night of her 12th birthday, I think, she gets this parcel from her brother. And it's like, don't open until your birthday, blah, blah, blah. She opens it and it's like, hey, I'm not missing, but I went on this quest for my job, and my job isn't what you think it is. I'm part of this magical society. And Amari's like, magic? What? Anyway, she then gets swept off into like going to this magic school, basically. What I like about Amari is that even though she doesn't have any powers, she wants to still try and find her brother. So she's like, fake it till you make it. She's super confident, and like she's just doesn't give no shits, to be honest. She's like, I'm gonna do this whether you like it or not. And it was so good. I really loved Amari, and she's got a friend in here who's part dragon, who is pretty cool as well. So I'm really excited to see how Amari grows in the next book and what will transpire in the next book. But yes, even though she gets bullied and the adults don't believe her, she sticks with her values. And she's like, nah, I need to do this. I need to find my brother. So yeah, that was one of my favorite characters of 2021. Now we've got Ren from The Keeper of the Night. Ren is the main character, and she's half British Reaper, half Japanese Shinigami. And she is so morally grey. I love it. She doesn't like killing people, but she kind of gets a rush from it when, like, yeah. She's not all about being the hero. Like, she's got her own agenda and she's going to go for it. So if that's trying to find her mother or just trying to find her place in the world, she doesn't really care who gets hurt, except if it's her brother, obviously. And yeah, that's what I love about Ren, and she's so badass. Like, this is a badass main character, and she's morally grey, and I love Ren, and I'm really excited to read more about her in the next book. I then want to talk about Lucy from The House in the Sorryland Sea by TJ Klune. Lucy is one of the orphans at the orphanage that the main character goes to. And he's a magical child. He's actually Lucifer. So yes, Satan. And he's like 8. And he's just like, I'm going to be your worst nightmare. But then he's like, can I have a cookie, please? He was so cute. I really liked Lucy. And he's probably like one of the only things that really stuck from that story. When I try to tell people about The House in the Sorryland Sea, I'm like, you've got child Satan. And like, even though it's like one of my favorite books of 2021, like, Lucy's just so cute because like, he's not evil yet. And he's like, he knows, like, he's supposed to be evil, but he's like, what if I don't want to be? And it was just, I love Lucy so much. Can I just say every character from the Bone Shard daughter? Like, you've got Lynn, who is the Emperor's daughter, and she is like trying to uncover some secrets because her dad is like doing some weird stuff. And then you've got Jovis in here, who's just trying to find his wife, and he finds this cute little like creature called, and I think he calls it Mephi. He's so cute too. And then you've got this random character called Sand, who you're like, not quite sure who you are. And then you've got, oh my gosh, I forgot the other 2 characters, but they're girlfriends. And I really like them too. Well, one of them I liked, the other one not so much. But basically, I really like Lynn because she's just trying to like show her dad like, hey, I'm the best. You should make me your heir. But then when she finds out that things may be against her morals, she's like, maybe not. I'm gonna start. And then she like, I don't want to spoil the book, but like she goes to this place and she starts hanging out with these people, and yeah, I don't know. I really like this book, and I really like everyone in this book. And I cannot wait to read the next one. Then you've got Jane from One Last Stop, and she's a heartthrob. I had a major crush on Jane reading this book. Like I was like pretending to I'm August, because like Jane, she's like from the 80s, or maybe, I can't remember. No, she's from the 70s, but she's like got the leather jacket. She's got like the swoop, like greaser hair. Like she's had a crush on Jane, okay? And Case in Question just writes very crushable characters, okay? And that's all that I'm going to say. I don't need to explain myself to you. Then you've got Vern from Sorryland. Now, Vern is an interesting character. Like, so she escapes from this compound when she's like 15, and then she gives birth to twins in the forest by herself. So she free births these kids. And like right now I'm like, holy crap, like you're amazing. And then she's like raising them by herself in this forest, and she's like trying to be the best for them, but she's also trying to get her own life. And she goes through all these like twists and turns, and because the compound she was on, like it was pretty much a cult. I think it's like Queensland. Yeah, but then like when Vern starts getting this like weird like exoskeleton, she still like is trying to teach her kids like basically not to be an arsehole, and I'm like, that's what I'm trying to do too. And she's also trying to like worry about herself, and then she's got people after her, and she's super mum. And I know like the books isn't really about like her being a mum. She had all this shit going on with herself, but all she cared about was her kids. I don't know, I really liked Vern, and I just admire her so much. Vern was just very like, she's a character that's staying with me, and I really want to reread Sorryland. I know I just finished it a couple months ago, but I want to reread it because I read an arc from Nat Gully, and I actually stopped halfway through because I was stupid. So I want to read the full thing in one go and just read more about my girl Vern. Now last and definitely not least is the mum from Dial A from Aunties, and pretty much like all the aunties, but specifically the mum, because when Maddie comes home from her date and she's like, I've got a dead guy in my trunk, the mum's like, okay, well, we'll call your aunties over, and can you like just start cutting up some fruit? Like we need to like make sure we've got some good fruit for your aunties when they come over. And Maddie's like, Mum, there's a dead guy in my trunk. Like, it's not the time for fruit. And she's like, no, we gotta be good hostesses. And it was so funny, and I love that, and it just stuck with me, and I laughed so hard. I laughed so much through this book. I'm really excited because she's got the sequel coming out. I'm really excited for that, but I'll talk more about that in another video. Really funny. And then just everything that happened throughout the rest of the book, like all the aunties were super funny, but the mum really stuck out to me in that one particular scene. So that was some of my favorite characters from 2021. Let me know if you've got like, what was your top character, or if you don't have a top, like some of your favorite characters that you read about this year down below. I would love to know. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you will see me tomorrow for our new 12 days of Bookmas video. Bye.